Hello, welcome to another episode of the Oral Therapy Podcast. I'm your host, Love Kaishone, and today's episode is going to be on toxic relationships. I have two special guests here with me today. I'll ask them to introduce themselves, and then we'll dive right in.
All right. My name is A. Braze from Brooklyn. I'm an artist, model. I do almost anything in the arts. I'm all around with it.
My name is Andre, personal trainer, a father, and I do anything you need me to do. I'm a man.
Thank you, guys. So in talking about toxic relationships, let's start by kind of getting an understanding of what each of us believe a toxic relationship is. So what do you think is considered a toxic relationship?
Oh, toxic relationship.
Be real, too. Let it out.
The first thing that comes to mind when I think about toxic relationships is manipulation.
Okay.
I think that in a toxic relationship, it's a lot of mind games. It's a lot of tit for tat. It's a lot of unsurety, like people not really knowing what they're dealing with, or even knowing what they're dealing with, but being in denial about it. And it's a lot of wild emotions that a healthy relationship really shouldn't consist of.
Okay. What about you?
When it comes to a toxic relationship, pretty much just like, I guess like typically for our culture, just basically dating for the appearance of somebody and not the internal. Like, I'm going to date this girl because the way she look on the outside, and I don't even know how she feel about herself on the inside, but I'm so infatuated with her looks that I don't care about all her red flags. And, I'm just going to go after that because of the idea of her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To just have that, like, oh, man, that's a bad bitch. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's just one form of it. And then, also just like, we just spend too much. I mean, I feel like in the past, like, dating and thinking that being aggressive is cute. You know what I mean? Like a woman that want me to be aggressive with her, like, oh, I want you to be aggressive with me. And that stuff ain't healthy. So like that type of stuff too. Now it's like, now that I'm older, I'm just dating with like, just being patient with myself and patient with my partner. So yeah, I think like just being aggressive and verbally, physically.
So dating with a purpose, like
Yeah,
not
dating
just
with a
to
purpose.
date.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
And I wanna piggyback off of that because I was watching one of your previous episodes and I seen that you guys were talking about love and lust. And
That was our launch.
I want to say like a toxic relationship is more like based around lust rather than love. Like toxic relationships usually start with lust and people think that they're in love, or people jump into things, they ignore the red flags, and that's when things start to go south.
Okay.
That's true.
So I totally agree with both of you. I think it's kind of different for each person, but in this day and age, toxic relationships are more glorified because it's like we build these couples up to watch them fall on Instagram or Facebook. And, we have situations like, the baby and Danny Lay, and they're going live and they're doing this disrespectful stuff to each other. But we live for that. We like crave those type of situations. And it's really our own toxic, like, demon we're feeding. You know what I mean? Like, we've created this massive toxic, like, the internet is just toxic, like this web of just toxicity. So I totally agree. I think a toxic relationship involves a person who really is not in it for real. So it goes to like what Andre said about, just for looks, or just for the idea of a person. And then what you said is like you see these red flags and we know we're not meant to be together, but we like fight through it, and
Absolutely.
you know, we're just lusting after each other. We may have amazing sex or whatever, but
Yup.
that's all it is. There's no substance to our, you know, our relationship. But in saying that, I want to talk about red flags. And I know that's like the culture right now. And everybody's posting those damn red flags.
everybody.
To me,
that
a
all
red
over.
flag is you posting red flags, okay? But
Hey, man.
Hold on,
I
time
wanna
out.
hear-
I was supposed to know.
I want to hear some red flags that you guys have seen, but you still interacted with that female. Or you still went ahead and went on dates, or you dated, or were in a relationship, but you seen the red flags. So I want to talk about like the before red flags, the during red flags, and then if there were some afters, then some after red flags. But let's talk about red flags.
You want to go first?
You know, I get the threats.
Man,
I get the-
I got a couple off the back of my head for
Man.
sure right now.
I
It is
think
okay.
like you said something earlier, like, man, let's be real, man. When it comes to like not really valuing myself and like I'm gonna deal with a woman because the sex is good, but she making threats. Like if I don't, you know, entertain or engage and be confrontational, she making threats, but I continue to like, you know, avoid it because the sex is good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I think like I peep like the type of let me see. Maybe when it comes to social media, I'll probably peep the type of things she posts. And if she posting her body and all this stuff, and you know, I think like glorifying the way she look when it comes down to her butt and just showing herself off in that light. And you know, I know that's a red flag because you know she looking for attention. I'm gonna steal entertainment. And you know what? Sometimes us dudes, even though we see the red flags, like we know what we in it for. If I'm trying to hit, I ain't really tripping about the red flags. Like I know that's a red flag. If that's my woman, that's a red flag. But if I know I'm just trying to
Get in there,
get in there, I know in a perfect world that's a red flag. But you know, it's those type of red flags I really notice if I'm dating. If my woman doing that, nah, I ain't tolerating that. So yeah, that's just a couple. What
about
you
you?
think, Brace?
I'm gonna start with the beginning red flags that we normally tend to ignore. This is for people that we already know, not necessarily people that we just meet, but shoot, it could be for people that we just meet too. Like we can meet somebody in the club. That's a red flag, first of all. I mean, we all human. Everybody want to have some fun, but if you meeting somebody in the club, you should already be on alert. Like you should already have your antennas up. Like, all right, you know what? I gotta keep my eyes open. But
Yeah.
outside of meeting somebody in the club, if it's somebody you already know, the red flags could be they a club hopper. You feel me? They always in the club multiple times a week.
Yeah.
That's a big red flag from the jump. What else? Like bro said, the attention, the social media attention, that's another red flag.
Yeah.
When you in the situation, a big red flag they be fiending to show you off. Like I done been in situations like
posting
and this is the thing is not even just post me, but it's like
she posting
all right.
you.
This ain't been people I was actually with, but it's people like I was just dealing with, talking to, or whatever the case may be.
She want everybody
Even
to
if we
know.
was just sexually involved, like why every minute you want to try to post me on your social media, you posting my hand and shit on your story, like what you doing? Like, you
People know your
doing
hand.
Trying to make
you
somebody
doing too
jealous.
much? Like
Trying to make somebody
you
jealous.
posting me cooking and shit, like like oh look at me, y'all, I'm dealing with somebody, but then these
Hey,
be the
man.
same people, like
Hey man.
I
you
think
see
those
them a week
women-
later posting another hand, like hold on, the dude last
So
week
now
was
you
light
mad.
skinned.
You mad about the hand
It's not
thing?
being mad, but it's like it's red flags. You know what's going on, and you know how
Yeah.
somebody moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
But you know
like,
what? Because people want to be that person that, ooh, like he wants me, he's with me. Like, especially if you have, I don't like the word clout, but let's just say clout. If you're known, if you're
And-
popular, if you, and I see you smiling, so I'm gonna ask you about clout. You ain't getting away with clout over there. But they
got it.
want that, oh, people want me. And then you may be, to be honest, used for another man to be jealous.
I
You
know
know what I
it
mean?
does.
That's a
So
fact.
posting you may be something to help her with her other agenda.
And I'll
So
say one thing about that.
Mhm.
Women like to use one man against the next man, or they like to try to stir things up,
oh my
Oh, yeah.
or
God,
try to
here we
make
go.
somebody look stupid.
Yeah.
And one thing I would say is I will never frown upon another man. I try not to beef with no other man. I will not look down on the next man behind a woman because, well, I wouldn't say about behind a woman because a woman ain't gonna do those type of things.
Yeah.
That's a
Behind
fact.
a chick or, you know what I'm saying? Behind one of these, I don't know what
For
to call them.
everybody, women,
Oh,
or
yeah, let's put it that way. But yeah, I would never look down on another man behind that because I know how they move. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know the man gonna play his role just like I'm playing my role.
Yeah.
And some of these females could be messy, so I know
Yeah.
how things could get stirred up. So I don't even
Yeah.
entertain that stuff. I don't pay no mind to it. I'll laugh and
Move
just keep
on.
doing what I gotta do as a man.
Man.
Okay.
I got some. I got another red flag, but I'm gonna piggyback on what bro was saying because he was there for a situation that just happened. But
Oh
nah,
my
but
God.
another red flag is when I see a lot of chicks like you traveling the world, but you never posting who you with. But you claiming you single. You claiming you single.
I
A
mean,
red flag.
What if she
And
traveling
no,
by
let me tell you this
herself
too. It's
on
another
day?
red flag. Hurt female hanging out with her whole friends. That's a red flag.
oh man,
Yeah, bruh. That's a red flag. But anyways, what bro was saying about, a female trying to put two men against each other to start a, situation. Like, recently, I was in a club.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what happened? Tell us the
was I
story.
there?
Yeah, I was in the club with bro.
Okay.
And I'm having a good night. I'm having a good time. And I see this shorty. She ain't my shorty. Look, she ain't my shorty, but
You fuck with her.
yeah, like that. Like it is what it is. She ain't my shorty, but like I'm scoping the scene. I seen her with a dude, but I ain't tripping because you know mine's right. So
Yeah.
as I seen that, okay, I'm not even going.
You understand?
I
Like, that's what it
understand
is.
because it is what it is. When it was time to leave the club, mind you, I didn't acknowledge it the whole time because I already peeped it. So I'm not finna confront a female or approach you. If
Give
we
you
ain't
the
even like
energy
that.
that's
The
not
energy.
needed.
I get a text message.
Like, I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, I'm sorry. It was a message like, "I'm so mad at you." I'm like, "What? What you mad at me for?" Like,
Toxic.
oh, you was in the club. No, you seen me. You didn't acknowledge me. I said, "Look, man, I seen you with a,
situation,
you got a situation going on." No,
as
it's
a
not
man, you
like
gotta
that.
respect it.
Nah, but as a man, I
As a
respect.
player,
I
you gotta
respect the
respect
game,
it.
and I know what comes with it, especially in this dating world. And if you're not my woman, and even if you is my woman, if I peep that, I'm not finna. In this day and age, now that I'm older, I'm not gonna let my emotion get the best of me.
Yeah.
And if I see you actively engaging with a man, like you enjoying it, if I see you like move, if you my woman, then I'm gonna intervene. But if I see you having a good time, I'm gonna peep. All right, bet.
Yeah.
But end of the
It
day,
ain't worth the energy.
yeah, that was a red flag. Like, come on, girl, I don't deal with
that's a
those
red
type of
flag.
women.
We done
Come on
came a
now,
long way.
That's a
come
red
on now.
flag.
But let's hear from the women. Like, what's some red flag that y'all ignore? Cause y'all be ignoring them.
Okay,
Y'all
so
ignore
me,
'em.
I'm different.
Okay.
I think that I'm so independent that I see little things that a man does as something big. Like, simplicity is my red flag because really I do deserve, like, I don't believe in the high value woman or the low, like, I don't believe in that, but I'm just independent. So when somebody does something for me, it's like big, and maybe I over glorify that. And so the red flag would be like a person who,
Doing the minimum.
doing the minimum, but like expecting so much glorification, and then I'm giving them that, and then I end up in the end like wanting more, but it's like they've been giving me this from the beginning. I've seen that this is all they have to give, but I still engage with this person.
That's true.
So that's my own red flag. Like, that was me. I ignored the red flag. And then, like, in the beginning, that's why, okay, another question will come up after this comment because I'm going to have to
Go ahead.
get some clarity. But
Yeah.
I kind of like a little bit of, not aggression, but like I like for a man to show me that he's into me, and
Assertive.
that he wants my time. that he
should go
does
both ways.
that he likes. I don't mind giving that to a man, but I just love when I don't hate to say
When he
jealousy
aggressive about you, like, yeah.
when he's not jealous, but he was
Assertive,
like, I
like confidence.
wanted to spend time with you, but like
Yeah.
I just want that type of attention. I want to know that you want to spend time with me. I want to know that you want to see me. Like one thing that I hate is when guys are like, I'll be like, what are you doing? Nothing.
Laid
I'm
back
at
with it.
home. Okay,
Hands off,
you want to come
passive.
through? I'll be like, yeah. You want me to come? And they be like, if you want.
on,
Nigga,
bro.
tell me that you
But
want
look,
me to
but
come.
check it out though. Check it out.
Go ahead.
Sometimes it depends on who you're dealing with because some could not really care. Then you might be dealing with somebody that, like me, like I know women say like, oh, you're supposed to plan a date. You're supposed to pick a day and say, oh, we going out this day. You're supposed to pick where we going. But what if you're dealing with a man that likes to make you happy, likes to give you what you want? So I can't make a decision for you. I can't read your mind. So I'm going to ask you, oh, where you trying to go? That's just the type of man I am. Where you trying to go? What you want to do?
Because you want her
can
to
I come
enjoy
over?
it.
If you want to come over, if that's what you want to do, I'm not
bruh.
going to press you to do nothing you don't want to do.
Hey,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? So that's how I am. I'm the type,
it.
you got to let me know what you want so I can cater to you.
Hey,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
I'm just the type of woman. I'm gonna let you go, but I'm the type of woman who I always use my brain. Like my job is very demanding. Like my life, I have a business. I have this never-ending clock that's winding and a to-do list that's going. So like, it means a lot when like my significant other. I think it just depends on the woman you're with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I love when somebody takes control and is
Okay, but check this out.
taking it and going.
Let me give you a scenario then.
Yes.
All right. Like you say, you're a hard working woman, you're independent and all that. You're like a man that's aggressive, take control. So, all right, let's say you have Thursdays off. You work hard all week, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have Thursdays off. Yo, man, like, oh, we going here on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all get there and the food is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You don't enjoy yourself, nothing. You like, damn, I worked hard all week to deal with this on my off
I wouldn't
day.
care.
You wouldn't care.
I would be more happy with the effort than the food because it's not his fault the food is bad. He ain't back there cooking now.
I appreciate
if he cook
that.
it,
I appreciate that.
I mean, you
But
can't really,
I wouldn't
you can't really
care.
be
I
mad
would
at
be
him,
like-
but it's like now he feel like, damn, like I let her down on her off day.
yeah.
No.
I've been on a date where the guy didn't have his ID. He had a paper ID and they didn't accept it. And we're at this nice restaurant and like we couldn't drink. And I'm like, I want to drink, but I'm not going to drink without you. So we honestly just went to a liquor store. We left the restaurant, went to a liquor store, got something to drink, went on the hill, sat up there and like talked.
See,
And that was one of my
That's
best
smooth.
dates that I've ever had. Like
That's a
just
vibe.
talking and getting
That's
drunk. We
crazy.
got drunk, but we talked.
No, but that's crazy. And when you like, we do live in a time that people do want something to post on Instagram, but when you have those little moments where like
That's
you meet
genuine.
somebody that's genuine, y'all just
Yeah.
so down to earth, it'd be the greatest time. Like, shit, I tried to set up a picnic, and it didn't go right. I mean, like I wanted to do it, but I mean, it's still in the works. I want to do something like that. I think like I just want to disconnect from like being in the environment of like you spending so much money and you're not really appreciating that person. So
Yeah.
that's just where I'm at, man. I'm getting older.
Simplicity.
Yeah, simplicity, but
Sometimes it's better.
I want to be thoughtful. Like, damn, I planned a whole picnic for you just to
Yeah.
show you that you special. You know what I mean?
Because anybody can book a
Anybody can do
reservation
that.
somewhere, go somewhere and sit down.
All
and
y'all
if they
beautiful women been on dates
Yeah,
and all these fancy
but-
restaurants. But when the last time a man
thought
planned
carefully,
thought carefully just to show you your worth and value? But the thing is,
so much more valuable.
when it go to the red flags, like I think shit, a woman not appreciating a good man is a red flag. Like
That's
women
definitely a red flag.
women really promote they want a trapper, rapper, and a scammer.
Scammer.
And look, I'm not saying that every rapper, trapper, and scammer is a bad guy. They about their bag, but women pick the type of guy like, oh,
They want the
I
thrill.
want the thrill. I want a nigga that's gonna shoot up the block for me, or like, oh, my boyfriend killed people.
It's a video
What?
that's going around right
Like,
now
come on
with
now.
a dude holding his gun towards his chick.
Oh yeah,
And he like, you gonna have my baby. He shoot the wall. And then he aimed the gun at her. Like, say you gonna have my baby.
and she
And
like,
like you see women sharing it like, oh, yeah, am I the only one turned on by this? Like, bro, what?
hell yeah, women like
Yeah.
that.
What kind of
Women like that, bro. They
The
like that.
aggressiveness, I can understand you want an aggression, but
Not
when
a
somebody
gun.
shooting the wall and shit like that, like, yeah, that's a sign to run.
That's on the
Yeah.
run.
Say you gonna
I
have
don't
my
know.
baby right now. What?
I mean, I'd probably say yeah, just for me not to get hurt. But
Yeah.
I think it's just, like I said, it's just glorified to be toxic. So
Yeah.
those are just inner spirit energies shifting to try to convince us. Like
and-
those are people
and
who
I
are
think-
working to convince us that that's okay.
I
and
think that
that's-
stems from people not holding themselves accountable and not wanting to grow because they know that they have to grow in certain areas and they avoid that growth and fill it with the toxicity
That's a
Correct.
a big
enable
fact.
them for their behavior, enable them for their, you know what I'm saying, their lack of growing.
yeah.
And then people do that when we become grown and people use this excuse. Oh, it's my childhood trauma. Okay, you aware of it. Why aren't you trying to change?
Why aren't
Like,
you trying
stop
to heal,
doing
go
that.
to
Like,
therapy?
That's
I
just how I
understand.
am.
I understood and I acknowledge like my childhood trauma, but I actually put in the work to grow. Like, I want to treat a woman right. I don't want to objectify a woman based off her body. Like, I actually want to treat you right. But even when you try to treat a woman right, man, they don't want that good shit.
Yeah.
These women really want you to be a dog to them. They like that.
I think
That's
when
not-
you have
that's
to
not
but
a
pick-
not
woman,
all.
that's
But
the-
not all.
that's-
But that's
yes,
That's not
you
a
have
woman.
to
You know what?
make
Matter of
sure
fact-
you find a woman who is on that same level.
I seen this quote. My bro posted the other day, and it was like, "Where no good men around is the same place where no good women are around." So if a woman is raised in an environment where no good man was around, you
No
gotta
good woman
expect
was
that.
around.
Like, it's kind of like it ain't really her fault, but like she ain't been showed. She ain't seen
Yeah.
her mom go through it, her sisters, her aunts, and man, I think as a whole, we just got to do better and help each other acknowledge the red flag. Like, I can always call on bro if I'm tripping. That's a green flag. Having I can call my bro and like, am I tripping? And he gonna talk some sense to me, and then he gonna help me. He gonna help me through my emotions before I react. Like, that's a lot of the time
Toxic
we
way,
in a
yeah.
toxic way. So shit, we should need to talk about the green flags too. But
Yeah.
I'll let you get to your next question.
No, those are very important points, and I love when people can like really talk about it because the whole point of doing this is to like teach or like show perspective.
Yeah,
So never feel bad about that. Like,
absolutely.
okay, so me and my lovely assistant were talking earlier about are there certain type of women or people who are just prone to be toxic, and it kind of goes with what you just said, like your environment
Yeah.
creating you to be toxic, and you may not know that or think that, but like I hear a lot of people say like, oh, she from Baltimore, she's toxic. Is she from New York?
yeah.
She from the Bronx, she's
That's
toxic.
a thing.
Like, and I don't think it's fair because like I have heard stuff about Phoenix girls, and I'm like, I was born and raised in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, and I don't consider myself toxic. But if every man who comes here is like, Phoenix girls are, I heard about them Phoenix
That's a
girls.
thing,
It's like,
though.
That's
nigga,
tricky.
no, like, don't come at me like I'm a toxic person or I'm a certain way because you have heard this. So is there some truth to the terminology? Like, if she's from this place, she's toxic, or if she's a Latina, she's toxic. Like, I've heard so many different things.
To an extent.
Yeah, man, that's
To an extent,
tough.
because
We'll need every 50 state up in
I'm
here
a-
to defend themselves because that's tough.
Nah,
Somebody from every
I'll
state.
speak.
tough.
I'll speak from personal experience. Like, I'm from New York,
Okay.
Brooklyn.
and if anybody know anything about New York, like we built different. Like
Yeah, I've been there once.
Y'all
we
different,
cut real different. So it's
Real.
like, and I've been toxic in relationships before. You know what I'm saying? But the type of person I am, I've always tried to be better. I've always tried to better myself. I feel like
So, yeah.
I've been better recently. I'm still not perfect. I still have my little ways, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like, I feel like I try to be the difference. I try to not really reflect what I come from. So to an extent, yeah, where you come from could play a big role, but it also depends on your mindset and your aspirations, and your daily activities, your daily habits, what you watch, what you listen to, the people you talk to.
Yep.
A lot of people, they're damaged and they enable themselves by hanging around damaged people, kind of like what he said earlier. Chicks will hang around their whole friends because, you know what I'm saying, it's okay. They know the whole friends will help them fill the void in an unhealthy way rather than them having to own up. Okay,
That's a fact.
this is where I'm wrong at. You know what I'm saying? This is what I have to fix. Let me sit down,
I
take
didn't
this
like.
pain,
Yeah.
and go fix that.
Yep.
Like, so I feel like personally, I've held myself accountable for my own pain. And like I've took the proper steps to fix that and try to be a better person. Like I listen to big speakers like Les Brown, Eric Thomas. I listen to these type of people like on the regular just because, you know, it builds up my mental. And I try to surround myself in environments where people are doing better. People have marriages.
Yeah.
People are wealthy. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like I said, it's all about the environment and
Yeah.
what
Energy
you choose to feed into.
transfers.
Exactly.
Energy is really big, but go ahead. Don't say all Phoenix women are toxic,
Oh,
okay?
and I feel like
Nah, you know what?
him
On a
being
global- on
him
a-
being
hey,
with
nah,
me
nah.
and talking to me
Nah,
kind of had to
nah.
take a toll on him because we were two of the top. we were two of the top toxic kings.
Oh my
Hey man, I used to be so toxic, bro. I used to be.
I kind of healed faster than bro, but I feel like I played a role. I've been seeing the growth in him as
Yeah.
well. Like
I'm a little toxic, bro.
I've been seeing the growth in bro
Like-
just because we talk so much. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like
toxic, bro.
Oh, you toxic? Okay,
No, I ain't
let's
toxic.
ask
I
a
ain't
new
toxic.
question.
I ain't toxic. No. But
go
let me
ahead.
say something that plague our people. That ride or die mentality. That's just toxic in itself. Like that ride or die mentality. Like
You're right.
no matter what a person puts you through, you gotta stay down. Nah.
Yeah.
That's-
I was in a
you know,
relationship for
so-
9 years because I thought struggle was how you got to 50.
Yeah.
or just because
You
you
know,
love somebody, you supposed to
Yeah.
stick around through
Yeah,
whatever.
like
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be
Oh,
here
another
to
thing, too.
really help him.
I don't want to say this. I don't know if my son mom gonna listen to this, but like, no. Let me say this
What's
though,
her
because I think
at? I'm
because
just joking.
we both
Let me
grown,
block
but
her real quick
we
now.
both grown and we had this conversation.
Yeah.
And I felt like wanted to piggyback on ride or die, staying in a relationship with the person you created a kid with, and
Yeah.
regardless of like what's going on, y'all gonna stay. That's big. Like we seen grandma do that. We seen
Yeah.
our aunts and uncles stay together and ain't really truly have a healthy dynamic, but they stayed there for the
For the
kids.
children.
And I know I would never say that like in a bad way. Like we had to do what we had to do because we both understood that if we would have stayed longer and dealing with our development of growth and we trying to grow and we got children and the things that was taking place in front of our children wasn't healthy. So, I'm just saying that just being like in respect to us both that that's another thing too. Like, we just try to ride, being in it for love and
Yeah.
and to go back to what bro was saying, being from New York, but me being from Arizona, I feel like Arizona don't got an identity. Like we just take from everywhere else, like LA,
Yeah.
New York, Chicago, Detroit. I want to say like Arizona women, a lot of out of town dudes always say how gorgeous they are, which they are. They gorgeous, but I feel like
Lack of direction.
a lack of direction, and a lot of them are stuck up, and
Fake stuck up.
it's fake stuck up. And it's like, girl, you haven't truly accomplished anything. And I don't want to put nobody down, but you don't live by yourself. You probably don't got a car,
Yeah.
or you just because 10 dudes like you think you
feel
on
like
top of the
you're-
world.
Yeah.
Like humble yourself. Like
Everybody want to be in this Hollywood mindset.
Everybody. And I
in
feel like
this
that's-
Scottsdale world.
yeah.
I
Like,
think a lot of people too have been like a lot of women, and I think this is a red flag or toxic trait that's embedded in us. Is like you're beautiful, so you're not gonna have to work hard. You're beautiful,
Oh,
you don't have
yeah.
to
You're not
settle
gonna-
for nothing.
Yeah.
A man
That's
should
like
take
best of
care
the
of you.
best.
A man should do
Bruh.
this. Like you're beautiful.
Man,
so
I'm
then
glad you said that.
it
That's coming
doesn't
from
make
a woman.
women aspire to or have that appetite to like
Man.
achieve things.
Man.
Because I'm pretty, like I always get attention when
You
I
know-
go. I get free drinks. I do this. So like I don't. Why have to put in the hard work?
you know
Because
what?
I'm pretty.
That
Or-
goes into a conversation I had yesterday. I was in a chat room on Twitter. Twitter got like the
new
clubhouse
chat little-
rooms now.
Mhm.
And the topic of the room was men asking women, "What do you bring to the table?" And they were saying like, "Oh, no man should ever ask that.
Nah.
This and that.
Oh,
Like that's
that's
corny.
important.
This and that. I'll never date a man that asked that." And I feel it.
Clubhouse
like
is toxic.
No,
I've
hell
never
no.
asked. I've never asked no woman that. I probably wouldn't. Like I couldn't see myself saying, "What do you bring to the table?" Like, but we gotta think that stuff. And then it's like they was acting like men supposed to just come, be the providers,
Nah.
and women not supposed to be an asset. Like,
Nah,
okay,
baby.
do you want a relationship or do you want to be a trophy? You want to be a partner or a trophy? Because if you're not an asset and a man just providing for you and he doing everything, he doing what he's supposed to do, and he can't lean back on you when the time comes, you ain't no partner.
Yeah.
She want
You
a
a
sponsor.
trophy. You
Yeah,
look good.
She want to sponsor.
Like,
I think, yeah, you guys are right. I think it's like, but it's something that's taught to us when we're young. And I think I wish, like, my mom was the type of mom to say and show you got to get off your ass. Nobody's going to take care of
respect
you.
that.
I want a woman
Nobody's
that was
gonna,
humbled
like,
early. Like,
and we had so many expectations. Like, I think we had a lot of expectations.
and
like,
me and bro were just talking about this the other day. Like,
dude,
they say the women that ask for the least and expect
the
the least
least.
get the most.
That's a fact.
well,
They deserve the most.
they deserve the most, but
They
that
do.
doesn't mean that they get the most.
Shoot, I'll get one of those. I'm giving them everything. As long as they
Yeah.
tell me if I ask and they tell me what they require, I'm giving it because
Man.
you not trying to be this fake high maintenance. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Human
Like,
being.
Yeah.
and I've been saying this for the longest. I don't take a lot of these people serious because a lot of these people wasn't bougie for real before Instagram.
Yeah.
Before all
That's
this
a fact.
influencer stuff came about, y'all wasn't bougie. Stop it. Y'all was
Humble.
y'all ain't been high maintenance. Cut it out.
Do they really enjoy, or do they do it for the aesthetic, or like for other people to enjoy? Because really, like, did you travel there because that's always been your dream place to travel, or did you travel there because it was aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and other people may want to go there or like the way it looks? So
Like,
it all plays a
you want to
big
get a
role.
BBL and have booty all of a sudden because you always wanted a booty, or because booties just seem like the thing to do
It's
these
in,
days.
Yeah, everybody gets BBLs. Which they're very dangerous. Well, I'm gonna have a show on BBLs
And
too. So
I'm
we'll talk about
encouraging.
it.
I support it.
Yeah,
Get a BBL.
there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
it.
if you
Like,
really
I think
need
if
it.
you really have
If you really, really need it, then maybe get a little light something. But don't get
Yeah.
it to where you looking like a
if y'all see me
walk
look
a
a little
giant
different,
ant around.
don't
See,
question
man,
if you see
know
a
what?
little change over here.
Even with that, if I got a bag and like I know you for me, and if that's what you
And
truly
you're
want,
into
and I know
it.
you're gonna look
Yeah.
good for me, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like that's what, like, you go back to like the women that ask for the least get the most. Like
Yeah.
I really genuinely stand on that. If I see a woman that don't ask me for much, man, I'm gonna just want to give her the world because she just appreciate everything I do.
Yeah.
That's how
That's-
I just
that's-
care about appreciation. I don't want you
God.
to expect I need to buy you a bag.
Appreciation
If I don't
and
buy you a bag,
reciprocation.
Yeah.
If I don't buy you a bag, it shouldn't determine if I love you or not. Like, man,
Yeah.
if
I think
risk-
it just depends on
you
the
know?
man, and it depends on the woman,
That's
because
true.
certain men they don't think like that. Like, you
Yeah.
ask for a little, you gonna get a little, and you
Yeah.
ask for nothing, you get nothing. Some
Yeah.
men are like that, and then some women are like, it just depends on the man and the woman. Like,
That's true.
my part, I'm a
That's true.
giver. My love language is gifting, and it could be in a way toxic because I feel like I
Yeah.
overcompensate. Like, oh, I don't have time to spend with you, so like I'm gonna go get you something that you really
Yeah.
like. Like, I'm gonna make sure that you're happy, but I have to work. You know what I mean? Or I have to
Yeah.
do this project, or I have to do. So it could be toxic because
Yeah.
Would
in a
you-
way another person is taking advantage of the fact that I'm very busy, because it's like I
That's true.
shouldn't have to do that to make you
I was
happy.
about to say, would you say that's toxic on you or for them?
It's toxic on me
Yeah.
because I'm creating a monster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, low
'Cause
key.
in the
Spoiling 'em.
end,
But
yeah,
and again,
I'm creating a monster.
you could only create a monster if the interest isn't reciprocated, if the interest
Yeah.
isn't even.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and then that's where you got to watch it at, because a lot of people, they like to take advantage. A lot of people like to use people to climb up the ladder these days. So
Yeah.
you got to be
That's
very
good, yeah.
cautious, and that's why it's also important to date. A lot of people don't date these days,
Mm-hmm.
so you really got to trial run people like before you really just
Jump right
decide
in.
to get serious with them. And I feel like
Right.
that's where our generation fails.
Mm-hmm.
We might see a person once or twice, and next thing you know, it's a relationship. Like, hold on, time out.
Time out, baby.
You're very
Time out, baby.
One or two Netflix and chills, and now,
Hell no.
and now
you
that's
never be
back.
big.
my girl.
Like,
Netflix and chill.
We really got to sit down
and
and
hash it out.
yeah, go to dinner, date people, and ask them big questions.
Yeah.
What was your upbringing like? Do you have kids? What is your relationship like with your baby daddy, your baby mama? Stuff like that.
Did you learn all that like after dealing with toxic relationships, you learn like that you have to take your time and day. Like, because I think people, they get to a place where they start to do those things, but it happens after they've dealt with many toxic situations and
Yeah.
they've been toxic and
Yeah.
they've, you know,
Yeah, facts.
so
It's after I started, educating myself, wanting better for myself, wanting better for my community, and just stepping outside and looking in and looking at everything that's going on. I'm like, damn, like we really got to do better. Like, and I'm just really analyzing and seeing where we could do better at as a people.
yeah. So you want to be the change you want to see.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
what about you? Does being in toxic relationships help you to be better? Do you think you have to go through that, or do you think to learn lessons?
I just think like for me, it just started when I became a father, and just it's kind of typical for like our people to have kids out of wedlock. Like you see, I see my sisters with kids and they single moms. Became a father very early on, and just what bro said, just analyzing everybody's situation, and I'm just seeing like, right now I've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of women being shot, and I don't know the dynamic of the relationships, but she stayed too long.
Yeah.
We appreciated, we value the abusers so much. Like people want to be abused. Like that's cute. Like, man, that can lead to death. And a part of just wanting to be the example. Like I want to see my brothers and, my young queens see me get married to show them like, look, man, this is what it's supposed to be like. All that on and off. You sleeping with somebody, I'm sleeping with somebody, and trying to go tit for tat. That's not cute.
Yeah.
Just I want to be the change that I want to see, so just pretty much what bro is saying.
Yeah.
And just took me time to just grow and mature and become a man, and just, I hold myself accountable.
Yeah.
I got 2 sons in this world, so if I don't lead by example, they're going to go through the same thing I went through.
Yeah.
And I don't want that for them, because if I didn't know how to think and maneuver myself, they may not make it in life, because some women will use me to go crash with another dude. And I'm avoiding all those situations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to ask one of the golden questions before we run out of time.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
What is the most toxic thing that you have done? Okay, and this is, I know it's asking y'all to expose yourselves. I'm going to share it too, so y'all not alone.
I'm be like,
But what is the most toxic thing you've ever done?
Come back to me. What? I really can't. All right, are we talking about in a relationship or just period?
like,
Ooh.
define toxic. Like, what you mean?
Listen, if you got
We've been talking about the whole toxic.
like, what's the most toxic thing you've done to another person that you were dating or you were in a relationship with? And if they did it to you, you would say that was for sure toxic as hell.
Do it got to be dating, or like what if you're just dealing with them? Because that's a difference.
Well, depending on dealing with it, because sometimes you deal with people for a while.
How old is these men? Because y'all healed and healthy.
I'm 27.
27.
I'm 28.
I just turned 27 too.
Oh, you are young.
Yeah.
I'm an
No,
Aquarius.
I'm a Libra.
February
A
15th.
Libra. I don't really meet a lot of Libras.
I found out I'm a lover boy too.
You found out? Oh my god. Oh my god.
I think that you know what?
What's your sign first?
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh my god. I'm a Taurus. I'm 28. So okay.
What's the most? Man, I
said,
don't want to
okay.
air my business out,
I
man.
took the light bulbs out of somebody's house, all of them, even the other ones.
What's your sign?
Cancer.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Oh,
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
He was playing with me.
Yeah,
I took the
man,
Ford,
toxic.
PS4. No lights in, no games.
You know what's so
Nah, I
crazy?
done did some shit.
I don't want to air my business out, but I don't think I like blatantly do like,
Don't sugarcoat it.
man, bro. I don't want to air.
Okay.
Man, you know what,
I
man?
ain't gonna
Hey,
force
man, let me just say
you.
this though, man.
Do
I
they
got,
have to know that?
yeah,
Do they
bro.
have
Let me
to
just
know that we did something toxic?
let me just say, man, like,
Because
no
I
one-
want to see, because you guys are very aware of yourselves and you guys
Man,
have
let me just be
healed.
honest
So
though, because this is what we do, man.
In order to heal, you
Let
have
me
to
just
go
be
through
real,
some
man.
things.
Nah, that's a fact.
I'ma just be real, man. That's how I am.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm going to tell y'all a
Man.
story. Y'all going to hear mine, but go ahead.
Oh, man.
Listen, it's so hard
Man,
for you right now.
I spend way too much money on Plan Bs.
Oh,
I got.
He said, "Hey, you see that?
Hey
they're
man, hey
expensive
man.
too.
Nah, man. But let me say this
man.
though. It ain't with multiple. It ain't.
That
But it
man
ain't.
is
No,
demon.
hold on.
Explain yourself.
It
Explain
ain't with
yourself.
multiple women. That's not. I ain't just going
okay.
raw, bro. But it's like knowing damn well, like, man, I ain't.
Yeah, it was
Man,
mostly.
man, she listened to this. She know. But look, man, like, you know, you really like locked in with this person, and you know, and the sex is really amazing, but you know y'all not ready for a baby. But when it get to that point,
You
y'all
be
just,
like, let's go.
shit.
Man's
Yeah.
pull out
Hey,
game
yo,
week.
pull out game week. My pull out game week, bro.
Okay.
It's week. It is what it
Nah.
is, man. But
Sorry.
hey, you know, I'm better now.
Okay. You okay.
I'm
That's
responsible.
Fair. That's fair. You did. You make up for your.
I'm just
you
being
know.
honest. That's how you grow. Just
Yeah.
being truth. Hold
That's
myself
the truth.
accountable.
Okay.
Man, I can't even think of what.
Boy,
Oh my
Nick-
God.
niggas ain't
Come
toxic all of
on,
a sudden,
tell us
bro,
the
you-
truth.
he healed and
Bro,
healthy.
if you could,
Come
He healed and
on.
healthy.
I could think
bro,
of-
I aired
I'm gonna
out.
tell y'all something
I aired
that's
out.
really toxic as
Nah,
hell. So
that
go
ain't-
I
ahead.
aired myself. Like,
That
bro,
ain't
shit-
nothing, bro.
Dawg.
What did you do?
Oh,
Be
that is
real,
funny
bro.
as hell.
Tell me what you did. I'm
Open up,
waiting.
bro. Be real. What'd you do?
Man,
This is oral therapy, so we
okay.
gotta.
I'll put it out there one time for y'all.
You ain't name dropping?
I know
Yeah.
I'll put it out there one time for y'all.
Okay.
All right, so damn.
It's so hard.
I'm trying to see if I got another story.
Bro, you,
It has
If
to
you
be
can
the
think of
most
another
toxic.
story,
Not
you gotta
name
text
dropping,
me,
gang.
bro.
you got name dropping.
No, I ain't gonna do nobody like that. The only thing I could really think of, I mean, I wasn't in a relationship with either of these people,
Hmm.
but only thing I could really think of was I slept with 2 chicks in one night, like damn near within 2 hours. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
But you know,
Look, dirty
you weren't.
nigga.
no, I was this before all the healing. This when I was different.
Still doing that. Don't
I was big different.
I don't know,
Yeah,
because you
bro.
weren't with them.
You didn't owe them nothing.
I didn't at all.
You were toxic to yourself, but
And they both knew what type of timing I was on. They both knew I was out
Yeah.
here. So,
okay.
but
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
I guess
common.
we'll accept it.
That's
Yeah.
common.
Yeah, people
Dudes-
do it. People do
yeah,
do it a
I had
lot,
I had
but
one.
you don't really owe them
I
anything.
had one waiting.
What
on
about
me
you? No, we ain't
Oh,
gonna see.
yeah,
You ain't
let's
just
hear
gonna
your
keep
story.
asking us questions.
Lord, I have done so much toxic shit, and the
Give me
Lord
3.
saved me.
Give it
3.
give us-
Y'all barely gave me one. Okay.
I couldn't think.
I'll
just
give you
felt like-
another one. I just thought of another one.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay,
Man.
so I think the most toxic thing I ever did was, okay. So I was in a relationship, a long relationship, as I stated before, and I didn't want him to leave. He was, doing the most, doing drugs and shit, partying all the time, and he left. But I was like, you know what? Today I'm not gonna sit in the house crying, sad and shit. So I'm gonna follow the car. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I told y'all. Okay. So, I thought I was doing a good job. I was following a car for about
Damn. That's all,
like 20 minutes, literally, like from my house, which I live downtown. So from downtown to like deep South Phoenix into like the Dobson South Mountain area,
Yeah.
pull up on the car that I think is my boyfriend's friend's car. And the guy hops out. Like, I mean, I'm tailing it behind. And he started moving because he sees that, noticed, and I'm following
You
him.
lucky he ain't up no tool on
He
you.
did. So when I pull up behind, I hop out the car. He hopped out the car with his gun drawn.
Damn.
And it was not the right car. So somehow, some way, in the mix of it all, I lost the car
They
that
spun
my
your
boyfriend
ass.
was in.
Hey,
And I almost got killed because I followed the wrong person to their house. So that
Something like that happened to me before.
that could have been very bad. And I think that was like the last time I actually was super, super toxic.
Yeah.
I had to let that
Yeah.
situation go shortly after. But I did it. I did that.
Man, somebody was following me before one night, and about time I realized they was following me, they tried to spin off. So what I did, I hit a U-turn like, hell no, what you following me for? I hit a U-turn. I start chasing them. We spin around the same big ass block like 2 or 3 times. Like we high speed with it flying through the neighborhood. Like
That's that
I'm
New York.
on their ass. Like, no, I gotta figure out what you was following me for. But yeah, that almost got messy.
Yeah.
But
That ain't working.
I did that. And it's embarrassing, but I followed my ex before. And it
Damn.
wasn't the him technically. I followed a stranger.
I want to hear more of this story.
Yeah, let's hear that story.
Maybe it's me.
Oh yeah, this one a
Lord.
little juicy.
Don't do that, you guys. Don't try that at home.
This one, I might be putting y'all on to something. I don't
Oh,
know.
let me hear.
All right, so this get a little personal, but so some years back, one of my mans had put me on to, I don't know if y'all know about them, the Blue Rhinos.
Oh yeah. I've taken the pink rhino.
Okay, yeah. So
Mhm.
one of the bros put me on, and around that time, that's when I was still out here, and as a man, sometimes you'll hit something new, and when you know how that is, bro. Like when you hit something new, like you a nut fast. So in this situation, it was somebody new that I was trying to hit. So
Okay.
I went and got me a rhino, took it, and we had linked up by our people's crib, and I'm trying to get on. She wasn't with it.
Mhm.
And now it's like 2, 3 in the morning. I think it was like 3 in the morning.
The pill got you on another level.
I'm like, damn, like I ain't just take this pill for no reason. Hell no, fuck that. So in my head, I'm like, man, I got up out of there, and I got in my car, and I'm calling one of my old situations. Like I'm blowing her up,
Mhm.
and she answered the phone. And she half asleep. I'm like, man, I'm coming over, this and that. I started talking, putting my I started doing my voice on her.
Oh god.
And she like, no, this and that, go home, go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, but I'm almost there. I'm I'm
It's
outside.
emergency.
I'm like, get up, unlock the door. I'm outside. The whole time I'm like
Man,
25 minutes on the other side of town, but I see that they up. I see that they staying on the phone. So I start flying over there. I'm like, man, I'm outside. Open the door. So I get there, man, I went crazy. But yeah, that's my other toxic story.
Yeah.
I wasn't
So
going.
you used your blue rhino on somebody
That
else?
I was gonna use on somebody else.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
I know when I got over there and I was getting busy. I know they was like, what the hell done got into this man? He ain't never acted like this.
Hey, man.
But yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to share another one?
Nah, I mean,
Okay.
I would share another one if I could think of
Yeah.
it.
what's toxic?
No, I said
was-
if I
what
could
was
think of it, I would, but
So, what was the most toxic thing that was done to you
sheesh.
that you were like, damn, this is just on another level?
Oh, I got a good one. I had somebody get their baby daddy name tatted on them.
While they were with you?
Yeah,
Whoa.
on God.
Oh shit.
Wait, I
That's
don't
pretty
remember. I
toxic.
don't remember if we was together or if it was during one of our breakups, but they definitely did, and I was like,
Where at?
yeah, say less, like on their thigh.
Oh,
And
wow.
she was like, yeah, he got my name tatted too, XYZ, and I'm like, bro,
Perfect
don't-
timing, I guess. I don't know. That's
I just
that's
really,
toxic
really-
as hell.
that might have played a role in my villain origin story.
Oh my gosh.
That might have been around the time when I really started going crazy.
That is toxic.
I
though.
think for me, like it ain't never been nothing really, really. Extreme. I just felt like with my upbringing,
Mhm.
I guess you can consider me a player. Like I always had women in my life, so the most a woman just swung on me. Just how I conduct myself, none of my property been damaged or it's probably just been hit on before.
Mhm.
And like I don't play that, but like just trying to swing on me.
Okay.
But just cause of like probably going through my phone, seeing something on
Mhm.
social media, that extreme. But for me, it ain't never been nothing too
Nothing
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
just typical trying to swing on me.
Lucky.
I done had a
I know
female-
how to pick them.
I had a female texting other shorties from my phone, acting
I done
like
had-
she was
oh,
me
yeah,
and
I-
shit.
oh, yeah.
Like
That's normal to you.
I was like, damn, she only hit you a little bit. That wasn't that toxic.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's good.
I think some of y'all,
I
I
don't
think
want
some
you-
of y'all women know, like, if you dealing with like
a certain man, like
he ain't going.
he ain't going.
Like y'all
for
just
that.
know, like he ain't going.
Oh,
like,
God.
like
And
you,
it's-
if you already kind of showed your girl your strength, she already know you ain't going for that. Like I'm a man. Like,
It's not
and I ain't
even.
even gonna try to hurt you, but just know I
I'm
ain't
not gonna
going.
let
Like
you
you
do
know,
it.
if
I
you
would
do
say it's
shit.
that because I could relate, but also I think it's a level of respect. Because
Yeah.
I know it's females that do it to dudes that's like that's still be in the hood, that's really be out here. You know what I'm
But
saying,
they
on some
like that
street
though.
shit. And it be dudes that I'm pretty sure they know it will beat them up or shoot them or some off shit. But
They
they
still.
still bash the
But
windows
they
and shit
like
like
that
that.
though.
They still, but that's what I'm saying. Like it ain't really about them knowing what you gonna do to them.
It's
It be a level of respect
affecting.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
How
Yeah.
you
I feel like they be knowing I ain't going, but also it's a level of respect. Like this a stand up dude, so I can't even really go there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's true.
Have you ever done something to make somebody toxic? Like, have you ever,
Sheesh.
like, have you ever just like cheating or like not communicating your feelings or like, not
Purposely or
being,
accidentally?
I think both because you can accidentally have been doing it, but you created a toxic person too. So,
I'll be
I
real.
feel I've created a toxic person
Me too.
accidentally.
Me
Mhm.
too.
yeah. So, how did it go? Like, were those situations different than a person coming into the relationship toxic, or was it the same? Like creating within the relationship, or them coming and they already were toxic? Was it a different like
Different
way of approach?
toxicity.
Yeah, like if it was it more intense, was it less intense? Was it?
Man,
Did you stay longer because you felt guilty for making them toxic, or like how was that interaction in general?
okay. So I had a situation where, when I first got with the person, I felt like they were above me. I had a major level of respect for them.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I, I aspired to be like them.
Mhm.
And in the beginning, I always told myself, like, man, I can't hurt this person. I'd be a fool if I hurt this person. And eventually I ended up hurting them. I ended up breaking them bad, damaging them unintentionally. I was young, and I didn't I didn't realize how much damage I really done till after we broke up and after I start like learning certain things. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
like that person is different. Like, and then that's when I started healing. And then I'm looking at the person still like we
Still
swap
going.
places.
Yeah.
You know what
still
I'm saying?
damaged.
Like I'm healing, I'm doing better. And the person was on my time and if not worse, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is how I looked from the outside. Like,
Yeah.
As far as what though?
Like seeing yourself in the mirror, like
yeah,
she's just not trying to be committed. Like she's just
yeah,
live
not
out
trying to be
here.
committed, dealing with different people,
Mm.
the level of sneakiness, like,
Yeah. So you taught her well.
like trifling.
You were the best teacher.
I'm like, man, bro, that's crazy. And the saddest part is I unintentionally did it. Like, it's people
Yeah.
that do it on purpose all the time, but it's
Yeah.
like, and that gave me a soft spot for him. Kind of like you said, like it made me, have more patience, want to be back with them and try to make things right, because I looked at myself as responsible and I'm like, okay, if I can turn things around for myself, then, it's still hope for them.
For them too.
But,
Yeah.
sometimes,
There's just no hope.
when somebody goes bad,
They're there until they're ready to heal. But what about you?
That's true.
Did you create a monster?
Man, I create a bunch.
Oh Lord.
Nah, but I just feel like again, a part of my image and stuff, just like, man, I felt like I've been too accessible to women. Or like I always have women in my corner. Even if
Yeah.
I don't want them, I just know that I have
That
somebody
you
right
could
there
have
in
somebody
a heartbeat. And I just feel like being young and influenced incorrectly, like thinking that if my woman not making me happy, go sleep with somebody out of spite because like I'm mad fucking. I'm gonna hit this shorty up just to
Yeah.
go get this nut. And I felt like I should have. I mean, I'm grown now, but like I wish I had more control over my sexual urges.
Mhm.
And I feel like earlier what bro was saying, like just about lust, I just feel like, being so lustful led me to just doing things, and my woman could find me liking a woman pic with a fat ass, or liking these type of women and doing all this, and she probably like, damn, like I really love this man, but look what he like, look what he into. Going through my phone, probably seeing the messages, seeing the pictures I'm receiving, the angles, the DMs, anything. It's like, damn, like this is what he doing,
Yeah.
and I'm at home, or like, So I felt like a lot of women do say that too. Like they always lead back to like, oh, my ex like these type of girls, this and that, and they try to base it off of their ex, and they don't really truly heal. And a lot of guys, we did make it hard for a lot of women to like truly love themselves because of the type of women we choose to go after.
Yeah.
And if she wasn't brought up correctly, she gonna think that that's the value of a woman. Just so I feel like we all unintentionally may have played a part of creating monsters just off of just the type of people we selected to deal with out of lust. You know what I mean? And not with a purpose. So I definitely created some monsters.
Yeah. I think women, like, if my man cheats on me, like we do the stupid thing of like, oh my gosh, she's so different from me. That what she wants, or that what he wants? Like,
Yeah.
oh, she has a fat ass, or she's
Yeah.
So we either try to emulate that, or
Absolutely.
we like it makes us not trust you around anybody that looks similar to that or is in that
true.
realm at all. So we create our like that toxicity within ourselves too. Like, damn, like every time I see a girl with a fat ass, I'm gonna be like watching my nigga like with my side eye because he cheated with somebody with that type of body, or
And it's not even always about the other woman. Sometimes it's about
the opportunity that they had.
and not even just the looks. It's about the energy and the fulfillment that other woman might be giving them that you may not be giving them, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Or
Deeper than
maybe it could be about the man. Maybe he just ain't right with himself, so he just out here. It's
Yeah, that's
different.
true.
It's different factors that could play
Yeah.
into that, and it ain't always about the looks.
That's true.
Or it's not always you. It could just be them.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're just not in a place to love you or
That's true.
be unconditional to you. And we got to realize that as women too.
At the end of the day, this all goes back to dating. You gotta try to run people. You know what I'm saying? Really get to know somebody before you lock that in.
Yeah.
But how much time is too much, or how much time should you date? Because you will never really know somebody.
And that's a fact. That
Like
was
9
I
years,
feel like-
I didn't know he was doing drugs. I don't even want to know. Like, and I never knew. I was so naive.
Yeah, you never fully know somebody.
You
but
never- I feel like you date every day. Like date every day. I go
Yeah.
into being like that now. Like I'm not dating because you are this person today. I expect you to be this person tomorrow. Like I'm gonna date every day.
Yeah.
Until you. I once heard that ideally for me, I speak for myself. Like I hope to fall in love with you every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like the minute you lose interest, and I feel like the relationship over.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be more cautious how I'm dating. Like, okay, I'm really falling in love with this shorty
Putting
every day. Like
intention
you
into
acting right, I'm acting right. Every day is a new day because
Yeah.
you could cheat on me tomorrow. I could cheat on you tomorrow. The minute we stop giving effort, I feel like the relationship is over, and we don't know that. We just try to ignore it. So I feel like we getting older, and just having these type of conversations helps us all to like identify like what is right. Why do we wait too long? Why do we waste our time? Like, man, you got to date every day.
Yeah.
Your shorty could be a different person tomorrow.
Yeah.
She could come home smelling like cologne, and you just, hey, how was your day? And you smelled it. She might not even tell you like, oh, my CEO or whoever, oh, he came down and blah, blah, blah. Just that little bit. Like, man, you got to date every day, man.
Yeah.
Anything could change.
And then
anything.
people are different in different environments. And
Yeah, that's
different
true.
So you do
That's
have
true.
to put them to the test.
And I'll say this
Let's
too.
see.
As a man, I won't say this, I don't want to say this an insecurity, but I want to say like, if my woman is around a group of men with a bag, or around a guy with a bag, man, I just wouldn't be surprised if she go. That's just
Facts.
me. I just
Any
wouldn't be
woman
surprised.
or
No.
your-
I'm just saying my woman
Facts.
and I'm only saying that based off of the information that's been provided to me in today's times. That, I really don't see enough of women really valuing a good man.
Yeah.
Like a good man, like we and him probably both know some good dudes who girlfriend just took off on him, and he could be a good dude, but
Stand
if
up.
she just around a dude with a little bit more money, she might go. And it's like, damn, like,
He really fucked with
yeah,
her.
same thing. And it goes both ways too. You could be a good man, and if you get the opportunity to sleep with this woman, but you got a good woman at home, you know you got a good, solid woman. She do everything, but damn, man, I can sleep with Cardi.
This. Yeah.
Man, fuck, man, I'm gonna just do that. It ain't worth it. So we just got to get our morals and values right. So you know,
realize
man.
what what we're sacrificing is bigger than like
absolutely
the opportunity.
Absolutely. That's what we gotta control, because then you will get back like, you know, women y'all probably had this girl, guess who tried to talk to me?
Yeah.
But you got a good man at home. Or me and my bro, we do this. Or I might tell him, hey bro, guess who slid in my DMs? But I'm single, so I can do that. But it could have been in the past, like, you know, when we was out here, we going to the clubs, we going to the environment. Man, guess who came up to me tonight? Knowing I got a girl. But just the moment as men as we talk, bro.
You feel
Man,
flattered.
You better hit that,
feel
bro.
like,
You
oh
feel
my
flattered.
God.
Like, man, we don't understand. We gotta honor. We gotta honor what we have, because that's man making that.
But I learned a long time ago working like I've been on tour buses.
Yeah.
And I know what
You
they
been
do.
offered
That's
things.
a lot that goes on.
They make you feel special. They make you.
Damn.
I've seen. Like I wasn't personally involved. I was there doing work, but
Yeah.
I know
they got a bag. But
They
just
make
be
these
real.
girls feel special. They take their phones. They
And
flip
the
them
sad
and dip
part
them in
is-
the bus, and
But
then
that
they
would
go.
be me.
The
If I had
sad
a
part
bag-
is these girls don't be having enough guidance to realize, like, oh, he has money. It's nothing to him.
Yeah,
so
he could do a lot.
I'm
with
not
anybody.
special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They
like,
feel special though.
literally, somebody told me a few weeks ago. I was talking to him, and it was like, oh, I've been talking to this dude, and he buys me this, and he buys me that, and he been buying this for my son, and I'm like, bro, he has the money to, like.
It's not really a big
So
deal for
you
him.
feeling like you on top of the world
Yeah.
whole time. They could be doing that with 3 other people at the same time. So
'Cause they can afford to.
don't feel special, like people looking for fulfillment in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
Like and then at the same time, it could be another guy. He don't got half as much as that dude, but he willing to give you what he do have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
man.
willing to give
Time
you
and
his
energy.
Or where's
Is
their
more-
stuff at? Where's their money?
Exactly.
he willing to give you his time when and that's the thing. A man that ain't even all the way established and he willing to give you his time, that's way more valuable than a man that is established and he spend a couple little dollars on you. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
Like,
nothing to him.
You do that to everybody.
Yeah.
But you know what?
And then what if you were in a situation where you didn't need him anymore and you had your own money? Would that be as valuable? Like, I think people need to think about that too. Like,
But people, and then they wonder why they end up miserable
yeah.
because you're looking for fulfillment in all the wrong places.
Yeah. So I got a question.
Uh-oh.
And it's, man.
Uh-oh.
And I'm kind of riding for the guys today. Y'all really put in work for the men, but who is more toxic? Do you feel, men or women in relationships? Like, just like, have you, like your experiences talking to your friends, you're seeing, you know, your elders, whatever, just who's more toxic?
I think y'all touched on this in that other episode I watched. And I want to say the same thing.
Man, that's a
You want to go?
that's a 2-answer question. Like,
All right.
wanna say-
I'm gonna go ahead.
I want to say, pre-social media, men.
Oh, okay.
Post social media, women. I feel like when you're a very attractive female,
Comes
a
easy.
lot of it come easy. And even being a good looking man, which we both are, yeah, we do get hit on, but
not as
the
much.
options ain't no blue checks like all the time. Now you a good looking woman. Now you
don't
got
have blue checks.
You got all the blue checks. You got the private jets, and we truly know this. A guy
You ain't
with
got Janae
and
Eicos
just-
looking for
and just
us.
being a guy with a bag.
Maybe,
Let's just
maybe
be
she's
real.
not famous yet, but
If I'm single and I got a bag, I'm gonna go for the woman I want. Like, so if you got a lot of money and you a man, right? You gonna go after the woman you want, like the one you know you can get now that you got that money. So I want to say, pre-social media, probably man, because we know him from in our community. We just doing the most. We doing this and that. But now post social
say
media,
women.
like, man, I say women. So that's why I feel like it's kind of hard to say who more toxic.
but is it your karma though?
But then it could just be no.
No.
It's
But let me
years
say
and
this
years
though.
of abuse
could
and
be.
toxicity
But let
from
me just say
y'all.
that
Let me
the answer
get on
could be
this.
different because some man with money could just be toxic, just doing that to ruining home and wrecking
Yeah.
homes and all that. And then some women, some women do, and go answer, Bray.
All right, look, I think y'all said it. I think y'all already
ahead.
said it in the other episode that I watched. Men's toxicity is out there. Women's toxicity isn't out there the way ours is. Women
That's
are
a fact.
much more secretive,
That's
much
a
more
fact.
sneaky,
Boy.
way more on the low.
Manipulative.
But yeah, that too, manipulative.
Man.
Boy, women could be so manipulative.
Can I say something real quick?
And a lot of times when in these situations where we see these older men and they be like, listen, youngster, live your life.
But come over here and give me a little piece of it.
no, they
Older
pretty much
men be
telling
like,
you.
live your life,
Hey,
youngster.
man,
Hey,
he let you know.
these the old head's been giving me game since I was younger, and like I still kind of want to have faith in relationships for the simple fact, like
Man,
I know that if I could be pure and I could have good intentions, then
Somebody
you know
else
what I'm
can
saying.
have that
like
same trait.
yeah, exactly. Like you be the change you want to see, but at the same time, I'll be like, bro, it's spooky out here.
Oh, it's spooky.
Man.
I be wondering if I should just,
Y'all
you know
be
what I'm
okay.
saying, like focus
Nah,
on
let me
myself.
man.
Straight up.
What's up with women? What's up
Okay.
with women with this? They phone going on do not disturb after a certain time. I'm talking about like
Do not
8 o'clock. Yeah,
She worked the next day?
No, a lot of women be having their phone on D&D, but
Turn
they,
off the
but
notifications.
they telling you they talk to just you. Like, damn.
Or the
Never
notifications will
believe
pop up.
anybody who says they just talk to you.
Huh?
Do not believe that.
Man, bruh.
If she don't work at 6 a.m., there's no reason for the do not disturb unless she don't want
And
nobody bothering her
the
while she was
notifications that'll come up, but it won't say the text. It'll just say,
You say I'm.
Yeah, she got her shit on lock. Yeah, mind your business. Mind your business and
or
move
the,
on.
no, what
Don't
about
say-
the what about the I don't have social media? You got
She lying.
those.
Bruh.
She lying.
Or the
Yeah.
ones that have social media but they don't ever post nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
that's not
man.
bad.
Man, look.
I don't post
You know what?
a lot.
You know what? Instagram and that,
But it's a
Instagram
lot
and
that goes
close
on
friends.
behind closed doors in them situations.
Bro, Instagram with that close friends, man.
Boy.
Imagine talking to your girl, and she got a close friend this whole time.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna see that. Well, you just have to know who you're with, you know?
But like
like,
he said, women
Yeah.
is more y'all more sneaky
Yeah.
with it, man.
Yeah, oh God.
Men, we more open. Like, I'm toxic. You gonna know. Like, you gonna tell. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna deal with him.
I don't
you
know.
know.
Maybe not.
Man, women, you never know. Look at her shaking her head. You will never know.
You'll never know, man.
Too messy, like.
Yes.
So what you telling me? Put us on game then if that's what you're telling me.
Do you
teach
attract?
us
do
something.
y'all attract toxic women? Like, do you feel like you're attracted to toxic, and not behavior? Like, you don't know their behavior. You just like the type of women you're attracted to are toxic in general in this day and age.
I
Like,
would
is
say-
that you
I
where
would
you
say
are?
I'm equally attracted to toxic and non-toxic.
Non-toxic.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a balance.
true.
So it's like both my demons be in there and they're fighting.
Okay.
I do it to myself. I know
Yeah.
I'll be dealing with women
Just
I
like
got
I
no
said.
business dealing with.
Yeah.
Just
That's
like I
what
said,
I'm
I have my little ways,
Mhm.
but at the same time, like I'm honorable.
Yeah.
So who's gonna win the ending battle though? Because we all talk about what we want and what we aspire to be, but like we all have that because women have that too. Like you said, your girl could be totally committed to you, go and then
Yeah.
Trey Songz concert, she gets pulled on stage backstage, and then it's a wrap. But she was committed to you before, so like,
Man.
who are we gonna allow to win the battle? And like, how do we choose one to win? Like, what is going to change? Like, how are we going to help people to differentiate what we need to choose and what situations we're going to be in for those types of things?
I would say we got to stop looking at it as a competition.
Absolutely.
Personally, the way I look at it now, like I said, I've been conflicted about which route I'm gonna go, but I've come to learn I just gotta have faith in the universe, have faith in my higher power, and I gotta live the best of my ability, and whatever comes my way, I gotta take it for what it is. I know now that I have to try to run people. I gotta,
See if you're compatible.
feel out the person that I'm dealing with, whoever I'm talking to, whoever I'm interested in, and the right situation don't come my way, then it ain't for me. But
Okay. Is that going to help you avoid toxic relationships in general?
Is that gonna help me what?
avoid them like completely, or are you just saying
No, like I'll deal with toxic people still,
for a little bit and
but I'm
then
not gonna like lock in. We're not
Yeah.
gonna put a title on it. We're not gonna get married. But I'll
Yeah.
deal with toxic people unless
Man.
that right situation come my way.
yeah. So
And
there's no way to
that's
there's no way to filter it out. You're
that's
right.
the way I've come to peace with it. Like
You have to date to know. So what about you? What's the lesson
gave
in
this
it
a-
all? How are we gonna grow and move forward to avoid those situations?
I feel like I've been giving that a lot of thought, like over the past couple of years. I feel like for me, because I want to say I'm known for like I probably stepped out on my relationship. Man, we gotta trust each other. And for me, I like let's just be real. Like because of the condition of things, we got cell phones. Our parents didn't probably have that. We got social media platforms. They didn't have that. I'm willing to like look. I'm gonna give you my password to all my accounts. Have them on your phone to hold me accountable, so that I know if I get a DM from a girl that probably wouldn't have hit me up a few months ago, you seen it too. Same way for you. Give me everything and let's just be open. I don't need to be checking your stuff, but just know we
We're
both got each
open.
other's stuff. So
Oh, God.
if you my partner, we should be willing to do that. And then when the relationship is over, you get, change your password. I change mine, but I just want to date more carefully. Like that's just something I want to do. It may not work for everybody else. Some women be so stuck in their ways. I'm not gonna give you my password, and I'm doing that myself too. I do get a bunch of DMs, and I'm willing to be like, you know what? I really value you. Here's all my stuff, just so that those late nights I ain't up snooping. You already peeped it.
Yeah,
And
you
if you see the same thing I'm seeing, and even if I don't care to pay attention, just know that look, I'm for you.
Yeah.
You got my password, I got your password, and we doing us. Like it's just hard, it's just tricky because of this dynamic with social media. Like you could be a solid individual, you could be a good woman, a good man, and
The right
your
situation.
significant other, the right person can just notice them. Like your relationship could be so beautiful. Man, you done leveled this woman up just from the way you took care of her. You showed her worth. You showed all the hidden things. You
Helped her find
after
herself.
finding her, like you helped her find her, so now she's just gorgeous. And all of a sudden, the same guys that probably would never, pay her no mind, it's because
They're
of
all
what
on
you
you.
did. Now your woman, now she got to deal with.
big-headed.
She big-headed now. Like damn, not really realizing like this man took you from here, put you here, and because some nigga with a blue check slid in your DMs. Damn, after all you built, and a lot of women go through that. And same with men. A lot of men get a bag, and they might have that woman that been
Have been
down the
holding them
whole
down.
time. But now you got a bag, bro.
And
Now you got these bad
treat her
bitches, bro.
like-
Like, damn, bro. But she was really right there, and we struggle with that. So it's like, man,
Yeah.
I just want to do it for me, be more trusting, share my accounts, and like, I'm older and I'm an adult. Like, I'm not finna date nobody that's trying to be sneaky. Like,
Yeah.
it's no point at all.
And
I
that's
think it
looking
comes to
for that.
maturity.
Yeah,
But you're right.
Be mature.
We all experience that. Like women feel the same way. We don't want to build you up. We don't want to love on you and invest in you and help you grow emotionally and like
Yeah.
just become
And you take
vulnerable
off.
with
I
you
want
and
to say
you
that goes
take
back
off.
to paying attention to the red flags. Paying attention to people that's looking for validation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know
They're
what?
using you for validation too.
I'll just probably like go into my situation too. If I really like you, I'm gonna just tell her like I'm dating to get married.
Yeah.
Just to like assure you like this serious.
This is not
because
something I'm just
certain
doing.
things I kind of avoided to say and put out there. Like I wasn't really big on marriages, but it's like, you know what? The way the world's set up, man, if I'm gonna give my all to somebody, man, I might as well put a ring on it. Just cause you be
Yeah.
mine, I'm yours. And
Energy
everybody
is
not
important.
everybody may not be, for that. Some
Yeah.
women, I have met women that don't care about marriages. And it's like, hey, that's
That's
you.
you.
That's cool.
And I respect
You know
it,
that
but
you're not compatible. You've
I gotta
exposed
make
it.
sure this the highest form of commitment. Like I know that, man, you got me, I got you. We got each other back out here because anything can happen.
anything can.
It's our empire. We gotta protect it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just how I feel.
I think this was a great discussion. I think that I like that you guys have similar points of views but different. You've experienced different things as well as me. And I hope that, we all hold ourselves accountable and then you guys hold yourselves accountable
Yeah.
to be what we want to see, because I think if we all start really paying attention to what we're exposed to and like the BS of it all,
Yeah.
we can have successful relationships. I don't think that social media has killed that for us. I don't think that,
I agree too. Yep.
I think we still have a chance if we want it.
As long
I
as you're
think
willing to step back from all that.
if
you
we
know.
want it, we could have whatever we want. Like we've shown that, especially being Black in America. Like we can get what we want to get, but I think that toxic relationships will die when people are ready for them to. Like when people step outside of themselves and say, "Look, even if I have to open myself up totally, I'm gonna do that because I don't want this type of energy anymore."
Me too. So, that's for me. Just knowing that I've been sneaky, I'm gonna open myself up because I don't ever want that to come back to me.
Yeah,
just
and
to prevent it.
It doesn't take too long, and hopefully people don't have to keep experiencing because people are dying, daily behind toxic situations. So hopefully it doesn't. We don't have to lose too many more people in order for that change to happen. But like us being examples, I think that we will definitely change people. So I hope that everybody enjoyed this episode of the Oral Therapy Podcast with your host, Love Kaishone. I want to thank you guys so much for coming to talk to me today and talk to people about all these different things and exposing yourselves. I know some of the questions.
I like it. I like that.
And it's really important for us to have these conversations, and that's why I do what I do, because this is something I truly enjoy. But until next time, you might see these fine folks on here again.
We're coming
back. Thank you for
coming back.
Thank you.
I'm coming back.
Thank you, team. My team's here too. So
thank you for having us.